Rolling, rolling.
Rolling.
No. Today I'm tapped in. We're back with a very special guest, my bro Illa Ghee. What's up, man? What's up, my brother?
Right?
I love this guy right here. He's one of the funniest motherfuckers alive, and I'm glad you've shown that. I think at one point you only showed that to your friends, and you were more, I'm a tough rapper guy. Rah.
No,
Never?
I don't know. People assume that, but I was never a tough rapper guy.
You're never a tough rapper guy?
No, no.
But I feel like you opened up more and showed more of your sense of humor in your videos and your music in the last several years.
Yeah.
And there's misconceptions about you and your work. I got to an argument the other day with someone. Oh, he just started rapping good back in this 2008, 2010. And I said no. He was encouraged to dumb his lyrics down on some level, right?
Yeah.
And I remember being one of those guys like, no, rap how you want to rap. I remember you playing me stuff years ago, like, this is how I want to rap.
Yeah.
I remember you were on, I think, a J Electronica beat, freestyle. It was crazy. And I was like, this is what I like.
Mm-hmm.
This is what you need to do. And that's what you started doing. And I feel like your fan base grew a lot from that. Am I wrong?
I don't know what it grew from, but I don't know if it's consistency or whatever, but
definitely consistency. You put out a lot of projects.
And I just kept going. But my next project, people really gonna see how I rap.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is.
You're out there with the lyricism, the punchlines?
It's basically all right. What changed my lyrics is that when I was incarcerated, I started listening to alternative rock.
Mm.
So the way they approach topics is not normal.
Right.
How we approach it in the street. Like, if we want to say a certain thing, we just, say it. Oh, your skin is dirty, bitch. Like, that's what it is. So with alternative rock, it would be said totally different. So I was like, imagine if I was to rhyme that way. Mm. And plus,
more metaphors, similes.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of. It's like more poetic. It's like poetic street lyricism.
Right.
It's more of that. Like, I'm a fan of words. I like using words in its correct form, its correct definition, and I use it that way, and I use it like poetically. And I think it's hilarious and dope at the same time.
I agree.
If you get it, you get it. You don't read a book. It ain't my fucking fault.
And me personally, I always liked more intelligent, poetic street rap.
Mm-hmm.
So when you started going full force with that, I was like, yes, this is my shit. And artists like Killer Priest or Tragic Gaddafi or Sean Price, rest in peace. They do that in their own unique way. Planet Asia is another good one. So that's when I got in the game doing mixtapes. I wanted to show more of that.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want to just have straight, street bars. Oh, I pimp poles and I sold this much coke and crack. I'm like, that's cool, but what else do you have to say? And if you're gonna talk about that, make it creative. That's how I felt. But anyway, for those unfamiliar, because we have people tuning in from the martial arts world and from the R&B world and different circles. Tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got started. Where are you from originally, and how you fell in love with the culture?
Illa Ghee, Brooklyn, New York. Myrtle Avenue. I fell in love with the culture because of my brother and my cousin. My cousin was a DJ. My brother was an MC. They both were MCs. My cousin used to build his own casket, turntables, speakers, and everything. Right. Cousin wasn't afraid to battle. They was a part of a crew.
And what was the name of the crew?
Side One Crew, if I'm correct.
Okay.
Side One Crew. The closest they got, they lost a contest to Super Level C and Casanova Rudd.
Okay.
After what's the name, that's when they came out with the James Brown thing.
What year was this?
80s.
80s,
Okay.
early 80s.
Before my time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so they used to sneak me to
Tell
all
names like that.
Yeah.
They used to sneak me to the parties, and I remember being nervous as my cousin would battle somebody, and that's what pretty much seeing that all the tapes he had, all the underground tapes. He had a lot of underground tapes, and just made me. I would start rhyming. Like I believe I started rhyming at about 9.
Mm.
But I just wanted to, like, because of them, I just gravitated toward the MC aspect of it. Because I feel there's two, even though it could be an artist, I feel there's two sides of a artist, the rapper and the MC. I draw more towards the MC side of things,
Right.
and than being the rapper and the artist.
I don't think you're an artist, but you're from the MC perspective, not from I'm trying to be a millionaire and you're doing
I mean,
what you love from the heart and soul.
Yeah, it's just like you wanna, I always love to body something,
right,
like to destroy the freestyle, the what's the name, just writing creative lyrics.
right.
So
Growing up in Brooklyn, did you run into a lot of MCs and DJs that people would be familiar with? You're in Bedstuy, the home of Big Daddy Kane and sort of Biggie, Clinton Hills, and
I've actually
Jay-Z.
I met Big before, but he wasn't Biggie then.
Right.
We have mutual friends, and once we graduated junior high school, they took us, my boy Hubert and Mike. We went to Big Crib. I didn't know it was big. I just remember a kid who was in Clinton Hills. We was in his crib rapping. And then down the line, my cousin was like, you know Big, right? And I was like, and he was like, remember the kid that we went to in Bedstuy, Mike and them took you to rapping? That's Big.
How was he back then?
I honestly don't remember. I really don't remember. Yeah. All I know is
this is like late 80s?
Just rap.
Early 90s? Mid 80s?
Yeah,
okay, so you guys were really young.
Yeah, we just got out of junior high school.
Like 12,
on our way to
13.
High school. Yeah, on our way to high school. There's quite a few people at bless his soul, the guy Party
Mm.
On 25th Street. I remember that day because it was an OG from my hood. We left the hood for him to talk to me, because he was trying to tell me to take rap serious rather than be in the street. We was just walking through Harlem and he was just rhyming. KFC somewhere, and I just jumped in, started rhyming, and I remember he said his name, Party.
125th? That's probably over by Grant, I'm guessing. On the west side? Yeah. Okay. That's a piece of Party and Big. My favorites. So,
I forgot. I'm before I went to jail.
Oh, yeah? What year was that? Like right before? Or?
Like 85. Oh, 95?
Okay.
Yeah, 95.
That was before he was killing the mixtapes with Clue and
then. Nice. I didn't know it was cameras.
Was he monstrous back then?
Yeah, he was still doing the way he was. I was rapping like street stuff.
Right.
Like that also, I remember that day because, he was with Eric Sermon's cousin named Mel Pillow. And that's the day my cousin people pulled me to the side and was like, yo, the shit you saying is gonna get somebody killed. Because I was saying a lot of street stuff back then. So he was like, yeah, shit you saying.
were you explaining how to do things or naming names?
I wasn't naming names. It was just
Too
certain
close
things.
to-
Certain things you should look out for streetwise.
Right.
And it was just like too. It was like too. It was like giving up street jewels.
Mm.
And he was like, "Yo, you want to hear somebody killed?"
Mm.
And it was just like, you need to chill out. So that's what made me avoid talking about street life. Because if I wanted to, honestly, I could say a lot of street shit that a lot of it will reveal a lot of dudes really wasn't into that life.
Yeah.
But allegedly.
I remember in Prodigy's book, Rest in Peace, he was talking about you were one of the illest and had all this and that, and he kind of made you sound, like you was kingpin.
That can't help me out at all.
So, speaking of Prodigy, how did you guys first link up? I think it was high school. Was it art and design?
Yep.
Yeah.
High school, art and design. I met Prodigy. No actuality, it was going to rob Prodigy. But, because he had like these couple chains on. People don't understand that for Brooklyn, it was different. A lot of people wore that stuff for the culture. But in Brooklyn, you had to earn the right to wear that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And once I seen it, I was like, but then other mutual friend got cool with him. And, he's like, nah, son, cool. We met each other, started talking. Became my brother after that.
It was a different era. This is before the credit card swipes. Like people, I remember my friend's uncle robbing whole train cars of people.
Mm-hmm.
With a pistol and a garbage bag. It's about Calvin Klein with Cody.
Mm-hmm.
People like that. And people don't get how much New York has changed.
Oh, yeah. Changed a lot.
A lot. Let's get back to that. But so you became friends with P. You became your bro. And what about Havoc as well? He was also.
Well, I met Havoc down the line. I remember they used to. They got together and they used to go record in Coney Island.
Mm.
And I was kind of on my way to the Badlands at this time. It's just like started really not going to school. Doing street activities. And then, the first one pretty much was like when we was there, Kwame went to art and design. There was quite a few people that went to art and design. Kwame was in art and design, Farrell March art and design, Prince Poe art and design.
No, Pumpkinhead, I believe, later
Pumpkinhead art and design. I think Sticky Fingers was there for a short second.
He's from Flatbush originally.
Mobb Deep.
You don't know that.
Mobb Deep, art and design. It was quite a few people.
Right.
Quite a few people. But
you got in there because of visual arts?
No, I could draw.
Right.
I could actually an artist. I can draw. Even though I hate drawing now, it's like it's annoying shit. But I can do it.
Right.
And like it just first Kwame pops off, he gets a record deal, and later on, he and them they got in the Source magazine as
Poetical Prophets.
They was Poetical Prophets at first, before they were Mobb Deep.
Source magazine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Unsigned Hype.
Unsigned Hype. Right. Yeah. My boy that introduced me to Prodigy, he made Unsigned Hype too, Dr. Seuss.
Mm.
Challenge.
I wonder if Dayson wrote that article.
No, he was way later.
It was what's his name? Matt. It was
Matt C.
Matty C.
Matty C. Okay.
Yeah, this is
before Loud.
Yeah, Dayson came after 05.
Okay.
Way later. But shout out to him.
Yeah, shout out to Dayson.
Shout out to Matt C. and Scott Free. Scott Free. Shout out to Scott Free. I'm sorry that Sav threw up on your wallabies that time. Forgive him, please. You still the homie, though. Shout out to Scott. He be up the other day. But, so They're doing their thing, and I believe you were on. Did you do any songs with them for that first album that didn't make the cut or anything?
But Juvenile Hell? No, what was it? Yes, Juvenile Hell.
You were in one of the videos at least. I remember that.
I'm in Peer Pressure.
Right.
Peer Pressure, the video. Yeah. That video, no, I wasn't on none of those songs. Then I was kind of, like I was saying, I was kind of far gone this time. Then they moved on to the Infamous.
Right.
And this is when, because at first, Prodigy used to do the beats for them. And then they got beats from other people. But at a point in time, Havoc learned how to do the machines. And that's when Havoc was born.
And Scott and Maddie were the A&Rs, I believe.
They were A&R for Loud, yeah.
Right, the A&R those albums.
Yeah.
Right.
I didn't know Prodigy was doing beats first.
Yeah.
I didn't know that either.
Prodigy was smart enough to buy with an ASR 10, Tascam board, Tascam tape cassette. And it was a lot of music in his grandmother's basement. Bless her soul, Miss Bernice Johnson. It was a lot of tough songs we made down there. Tough. But I remember.
It was Up North Trips, I think, version that you were on, right?
Yeah, for the Infamous, yeah.
Right.
I got locked up. Right. And then they took me off it. When it was on there, when everything was switching from tapes to CDs, I think that's when they put it. I think they was putting it on the CD, the Up North Trip, but they called me General G instead of Illa Ghee.
Right.
And I
Did you ever call yourself General G?
No. I said it in the song was like, but I said in the verse I was like General G ready for war. So that's why but even they can't get enough of it.
Right.
They still call me. I said Illa's the name, two guns that look the same. They kept calling me General G.
And can't get enough
once
of it.
again, I got locked up.
For the record, I Can't Get Enough of It was on the third Mobb Deep album. And Hell on Earth, correct. And you were featured on that. Mm-hmm. And when it came out, were you home or you'd already got locked up?
No, I got locked up. The day after I did my verse, I got locked up the next day.
And I believe you had told me, was it Chris Lighty or someone else was trying to get you a deal at that time?
I mean, they took my music. They said, no. I mean, the guy who mixed down that album, Mario Rodriguez, he wanted to help me with the demo.
Right.
And Dan the Man, I was going to rent the studio out to do my demo, and Havoc was going to do the beats.
Dan the Man that I know?
The producer, the engineer, Dan the Man.
Right. Recorded with Sean and all that? Mm-hmm. Okay. Shout to Dan.
Because he was the engineer at Access Studio.
Okay.
That's when they was over there across the street from spot. But it was in the penthouse. Right. I like that studio. It was a nice studio.
Right. So my understanding is after that album came out, you probably would have gotten a major label deal.
Probably.
Knowing got a deal. Would have been a great deal, but would have been something that
it probably would have been. Well, I mean,
you talking about would have been good.
Wouldn't the deal
for the world? You would have lost your mind, huh? Explain why it wouldn't have been good.
No, it wouldn't. It just wouldn't. Y'all have been calling me an idiot right now, because I've probably been under the jail.
Would have wilded out with that bread and robbed the whole industry.
That was our plan.
Yeah.
Sad. But that was the plan. Like me and the people I ran with, we felt it was like a lot of rappers' lives are talking about us. So it was like they don't understand what this life is. Like seriously, how many people we lost and all that other shit. So it was like, you know what? Do shows with them. Let's go to Raw.
What was the turning point for you? You was like
going to jail.
Can you explain that statute of limitations are done and everything, right?
What?
As far as your bid, how that happened.
I mean, I got caught. I had a charge, possession charge. Gave me 6 years.
Possession?
Yeah.
Damn. Not even.
I mean, they
just
said they
just
claimed
to
it.
sell? To
They
sell?
claimed they were watching the house or whatever, but I was somebody's favor. I don't even know how I lost that thing. I was somebody's favor.
Wow.
Knowing how the system works now, but
Right.
But,
You in Virginia.
in Virginia.
So what was it like being up north dude, a New York dude, locked up in Virginia?
I mean, it was a different spot. Like different spots with different things.
Yeah.
Like where I was, New York and Richmond ran together. Tidewater was, with themselves. We pretty much was in their town. Tidewater. Even the Asian guys ran together. I was cool with the Asian guys.
Was it more Chinese or Japanese? Like Chinese. Korean.
Laos, Philippine, Japanese, Chinese.
Okay. They all ran together or they had different sets?
Nah, they was all together. Okay. And the crazy thing is they used to beef with each other on the street.
Mm-hmm. Sure
yeah, they was together.
Yeah.
It was some tough SOBs too. Because I used to play football with them. Like we used to put a piece of tissue, a roll of toilet tissue in a sock. That was our football.
Damn, they want to give y'all a football?
I shit you not. I used to try to kill those dudes every time. Every time, like tackle them. I'm talking about pop the shit out of them. Face in the mud. Gangster. Gangster.
Wow.
Dudes, I remember this kid tried to talk crazy because they, like I said, they didn't. It was only me and this other black guy. I mean, a Spanish dude. We was the only two that wasn't Asian that they dealt with. Everybody else, they ain't fuck with people at all. And like I said, we used to play football amongst each other. And this one dude tried to play, and they was like, nah, they was respectful. They was like, look, we only play amongst ourselves, so on and so forth. You know what I'm saying? That's it. So he kept talking shit on the side. Like, all right. So then one time he was like, yo, he asked again. And this was like the last time. He was like, yo, look, please. We just play amongst ourselves. We don't really fuck with outsiders or whatever. So, of course.
He saw you playing, so he wanted to get.
He see me and my other boy, Paco. Right. Shout out to Paco. I don't know if they ever see this, but Paco was the only Mexican dude. But, so, of course, don't listen. Black dude, he was like, yo, I'll take that shit and throw it over the fence. He's talking about the football we made. So they had a young dude, Flea. Like he didn't know. Flea was in there for cutting the nigga hands off. So Flea walked up to him with the football and was like, go ahead, throw it over the fence. So I'm trying to look at him like, dude, don't do it. We ain't gonna make it. Like you ain't gonna make it. There was another kid there that he had Flea walked up to him. Flea was skinny, little young dude, but it's like 15 of us.
Right.
And you just looking and it's like, now it's like they got him surrounded. And Flea is like this. Here, throw it over the fence. And I see him looking, and he was with this other kid that I didn't know him, but he was a cool dude. And he looking around. The other kid tell him like, if you throw that over the fence, they're gonna throw you over the fence. And just like you can see Flea stood there the whole time. Kindly changed his mind. He was like, all right, continue back to play. Nah, but I don't like.
Did you keep any of that connection with any of those brothers?
One of them I did. Like, I spoke to him one time. Found out we were saying his name wrong the whole goddamn time. We used to call him Nugent. And I forgot I seen some type of Olympic thing. Last name was actually Win. I was like, how the fuck you kept letting us call you Nugent? He was like, I got tired of correcting people.
Oh man. So after coming home from your bid in Virginia, you went back up to New York, right? Did you immediately reconnect with Mobb Deep and that circle?
Yeah. Prodigy picked me up.
Oh
the
yeah.
night I got home. The night I got home, they had a show at I think Jimmy's Cafe, Mobb Deep and Fat Joe.
Up in the Bronx?
Yeah. Mobb Deep, Fat Joe, and I believe a couple of people from Tupac people was there.
The Outlaws?
Outlaws.
Okay.
It was a good night. No bullshit, I believe. Whatever.
Was this 2000, 2001?
202.
02? Okay.
Yeah, I believe Infamy just came out.
Okay. That was right after Hell on Earth, right? A couple of years after. That was like 90, but I think that was the next album. Oh no, Murder Music came out,
Yeah,
and then Infamy came out. Right. Murder Music. I remember it had the Cormega joint and it had Joe and Nas. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So when did the Hold You Down record happen? That was for Alchemist
2000.
album, right?
It was actually for the infamous Allegiance DVD. You know, Prodigy had the genius idea to pretty much, record himself everyday life. You know, with the camcorder before all the phones thing, he used to actually take a camcorder and tape it to his dashboard and film himself like driving to the city, talk about topics, all that other stuff. Like he pretty much had an understanding of YouTube when it first came out. And I sure as shit didn't believe in any of it. I was just like, who in the fuck is gonna see this? No one's gonna care. But we did.
That was the attitude that a lot of street dudes had. People who
he didn't understand. I didn't understand that shit. So.
I got arguments about that too with people. No one's gonna watch this shit. Why bother?
Especially when it's new.
Yeah. So the infamous Allegiance DVD, we did Hold You Down because my verse was a lot longer on the DVD, but then Al's brother Neil, shout outs to Neil, they decided to shorten it up and get Nina Sky, because Nina Sky wasn't on it at first, and they formatted it. Actually, slowly took off.
Yeah,
took
became
off.
a big revenue.
Yeah.
To the people who don't really follow underground hip hop at all, they know you for that record.
Yeah.
It's weird to me that they know that record. I mean, it was a single, a video, but they know that record more than can't get enough of it.
Yeah.
And that was a bigger album. But
that was a classic album. A lot of people didn't, you see it sometimes if I post it on my page that, they'd be like, oh, I get like DMs, people like, oh shit, I never realized General G is you.
So obvious. You have a very distinct voice.
Like, a lot of people was like, yeah, I knew the voice sounded familiar. They'd be like, holy shit, I never knew.
I remember doing shows with you. We did a show with Cormega in Connecticut. And we did that song. People went crazy. Like, oh, that was you. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
And
I remember we used to joke on stage. Like, yeah, I'm the other guy on and my boy Bro used to say that. Like, yeah, I'm the other guy on the Hold You Down.
Bro from D6?
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to Bro.
Always laugh at that on stage.
Right. So how did you get into releasing your own stuff from there? I know Hold You Down joint came out.
Just pretty much watching and learning from Mobb Deep. watching how they put the album together, and just looking and learning. Ask a few questions here and there, how to the energy wise of how do you put things together, songs, and so on and so forth, and just really that's it.
What was your first project that you dropped?
It was called For the Streets. It was like a mixtape.
Mm-hmm.
Then as far as a title, it was Murder and Truth.
Right. That I have.
Yeah, Murder and Truth. Like if you even go back for anybody that has Murder and Truth, I believe it's a song called Eye Level. That's how I really that was my jail rhymes. And that's how I was really rhyming at the time.
Mm.
And that was produced by Havoc. Shouts to Havoc. Yeah.
Okay. What was there ever a time that you had a split from Mobb? It seemed like for a couple of years you weren't really working with them, and then you started working with them a little bit more later.
It's not that I really wasn't working with them. I mean, they were doing their own thing, and I'm still trying to learn the scene.
Right.
I felt that as my brother, Prodigy, had said something that I took offense to. And I was just like, oh, there's no need for me to hang around. I was just like, but the sad part is, before he passed, we got to talk because he was at my birthday, a birthday party at mine in Queens.
I was there. I remember. I didn't recognize him. He had a full beard.
Yeah.
I was like,
and
what?
I was talking to him, and I was like, oh, I wish you would have never said the thing that you said. He was like, what did I say? Like, the thing that I found offensive, it was like, back then, he told me, like, just because we cool, for me to put you on a song as a form of extortion. And I was like, huh? Like, that don't even make sense. And I was like, why would you say that to me? Like, I never even.
Because you were really nice, and you was already on a Mobb Deep album.
But then when I said it to him, I was like, I wish you would never said what you said. He was like, what I said. And I told him what he said. He was like, what? Sounds stupid. I said that? And we bust out laughing. He was like, I don't even remember that. He's like, I said that? That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life. And we bust out laughing. And it was just like, I was like, that's crazy.
I mean, he was a really outspoken dude. I feel like sometimes he would just say shit that he didn't necessarily feel,
Oh, sometimes like people forget or so on and so forth. But,
he talked a lot of shit. Like, even look at the Infamous album, so that was kind of a part of him. But I feel sometimes some of that was just, they're saying what you really feel, and there's some that's just shit talking to talk shit.
Who knows? But
yeah.
I'm glad we resolved it because, once I let him know, I had put a clip up of my idea of doing the web series. And he seen it, and he called me immediately. He was like, I don't give a fuck what you do. I'm going to be in your web series. Like, that should look fire. I'm going to be a part. Like, you got to let me be a part of the web series. Like, cool.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Does a part of you wish that you would have asked him that question earlier instead of waiting until that moment?
I mean, I always thought he knew. I mean, we spoke while he was in jail. Yeah. Like, I was, pissed off at him. He let Jay-Z escape. Like, you're not supposed to let him escape. You know what I'm saying? You took it too personal when you should have MC'd like you did before.
Right.
Like, when he was MCing, going at Keith Murray and them, and you should have took that route. Like, they should have you should have just sat down and made a specific song for that typical thing. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, it was, when it was time to MC, you should have MC'd. Shouldn't have let it be personal.
Right.
That was like a great thing.
Yeah, I think that hurt Mobb Deep's career somewhat.
No, it did.
I'm saying not
People
going
think
at
that.
Jay.
People think that, but
No.
it didn't hurt their career. They were still traveling, do whatever they
No,
wanted.
no, but I think if P and Have came with like an ether type joint.
No, it should have been P. I think
P?
P by himself should have
Yeah.
answered it. Like if he would have took Quiet Storm and answered Jay-Z, either that or Burn.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? The
Those
learning,
beats.
those two beats, and just really just went at Jay-Z. That was it. And that's where like I was like, Jesus Christ, how do you let this nigga?
They threw shots on songs, but nothing
Fuck shots. You should have went at him rap. It's time for MC time. Like this is MC time. Fuck rap. Fuck make a song. This was MC time. It should have been like, hey, let him answer this. Because this is important. Y'all may not see it as important. This is important that he need to answer this. Because, you know, when you look at it, they don't even put him in the mix. That first verse from Takeover is for P.
Right.
So they don't even put him in the mix because he didn't answer the thing. And it pisses me off that Jay-Z constantly has to, you know, that's his only win from like the Prodigy shit.
Right.
You let this, like, you let him escape. Wow. Damn it, Batman. You let him escape.
Speaking of the web series, talk a little bit about New York Minute, conceptually what it is and who you've had in it and where's it going.
All right. Once this great thing of New York City ambulance or cop car goes by.
Mm-hmm. Damn, that's loud.
Yeah.
We're on the 8th floor, ladies and gentlemen, in a big office building, and you're hearing it through closed windows.
Get you some of that New York siren. But okay, so New York Minute is about change and how hard it is to change in a hostile urban environment. We have 5 friends. Oh my God.
I'm sorry, don't worry about it. Get the mic.
And
we'll pick it all up.
We got 5 friends that live between 2 buildings, and they're pretty much chasing what their dreams are. You have main character Deuce is loosely based off me and another homie. Deuce is trying to exit the game, but he's naive that he thinks
the street game for the record, not the music game.
But he's naive to really realize that even though he's trying to change, he hasn't changed. I mean, this is nonstop.
Don't worry about it. The mic won't pick all that up.
Okay.
Maybe not. Just enunciate.
We have Simone. Simone is pretty much looking for love. That was Deuce. Love of her life is Deuce, but she has main concerns of what he's going to do with his life.
Right.
You have Trav, who has a family secret. You have Frizz, who's actually played by Rem the Villain. Frizz wants to be a millionaire, but has no clue. Also, he has abandonment issues.
Trav's one with the creep uncle, right?
Yeah.
Right. I didn't watch the whole thing.
Yeah, Frizz, wants to be a millionaire, has no clue how to do it, plus he has abandonment issues. And then you got Moss, who's adopted and is trying to make a connection with his family.
Right.
So that is the
cameo-wise, you had a lot of people on the show.
I had quite a few people cameoed on there. My man G, he's actually on. Well, he was on Power. Right. He did quite a few things. The funny thing is, he died on Power and New York Minute in the same week.
That's
but now he's on Zativa.
Okay.
On Tyler Perry's. We have Method Man. We We had Conway.
Conway the Machine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Swave, right?
Swave Sever, Royal Flush,
Lord Nez.
Lord Nez. I mean, quite a few.
Right.
Fredro.
Mm-hmm.
Shouts to Fredro because he's like one of the originals that transferred from rap to acting. Yeah, he definitely gave us a scene. I was trying to talk to a few people I knew that for Michael K. White. We were trying to get him to give us
Michael K. Williams.
Michael K. Williams.
Right.
Yeah, we was gonna talk to him about give us a
You
scene
would have did
too.
it too. He's a good dude.
He
was a good dude. Rest in peace.
Yeah,
He came out to a lot of the events I was doing. And I think, and Frank Knight was part of it. Except the Frank Knight, my All Elements brother, being a little scumbag. Pepper. And I think you were writing a character that was going to be. I don't know if that's ever going to happen, but I'm down.
I'm down. That change. It was going to be. I got to save that in my phone. It's ever so funny.
I want to play somebody. I'm ready.
Is it still going on?
Yeah, COVID and everything messed everything up. So we planning. We have started filming again.
Nice.
COVID happened, and then we started reshooting scenes. And once the weather break, we're gonna start filming again for season 3.
Nice. Missed that. And besides the New York Minute, you've been dropping a lot of projects.
The most
Angel
recent-
Dust and Waffles to Social Graffiti and so many more. I know, but you kept dropping them and dropping. You know? Sway Cigarettes.
Sway Cigarettes, Social Graffiti, Angel Dust and Waffles,
Right.
Bullet in a Bracelet, Jesus and Better Drugs, the whole half of it, Fried Apple Juice, and Denim Malt Liquor.
Right.
What was your favorite project?
I really don't have a favorite. I really like all of them. Like when I listen to them again, a lot of them pretty much age well. Oh, I forgot about Illa Spectrum.
Mm-hmm.
Illa Spectrum is one too.
Good one too.
A lot of them pretty much age pretty well. You know, it was some things I was taking chances. Some songs taking chances on. And I really didn't like them too much. But favorite project, no. I know I had did Social Graffiti as my revenge project. Like for some reason, I thought people didn't think I knew how to rhyme, so I was like, "Oh, that's gonna be my revenge project."
The album was crazy.
But I found a happy medium to rhyme that way, and try to do more songs. Like a lot of people don't even understand the whole half of it is really about my street life. Because I can't tell you the whole story. I could tell you the whole half of it. So other than that, yeah. But I know this one, Psychedelic Contraband, is gonna be like my favorite today when I drop that.
Can we give any preview as far as
Features?
who do you have on there?
I have nobody on there. Nobody on there. Production is, people that normally Crummy Beats, Jules Pollard, Team Demo. Same folk.
Right.
Same folk I mostly deal with.
So what makes this different than other projects?
Get to rhyme the fuck up, like all the way how I want to rhyme. All the way.
Well, who was stopping you before?
No, I wanted to have a happy medium because people wasn't getting it. I mean, even the simple shit people wasn't getting. Like simple things like 45 minus 7 is a 38 special. Like people really had difficulty.
Really?
I'm trying to figure that out. I ain't
That's basic
understand.
math.
Yeah, but I don't care. All I know is I'm a rhyme the way I want to rhyme. I know the first single is going to be Harder They Try, produced by Team Demo.
Right.
And it's just Like now, I'm getting to say things like, tabernacle battles, holding double barrels, shake the shackles, tackle any bastard value. That's great
That's
to me.
the shit I like. That's real rap. Bars.
Do you have a time frame for when that's coming up?
I don't know. I'm almost done. I just want to make sure I'm fully proud and stand behind all 10 songs.
Mm.
I want them when they age. I want it to age well. Like it just,
Are you recording yourself? Because I remember recording you, and I remember you going to Goblin and different places.
Yeah, I started recording myself. Get to save a little money.
What kind of mic are you using nowadays?
Fuck if I know. All I know, I paid $1,000 for it.
What, Neumann?
Fuck if I know what.
That's a lot of money for a mic.
I don't care. All I know,
Might
I
be
just
worth it. Yeah, better be worth it.
Yeah.
Speaking of recording at Goblin, I know that you and Sean Price were cool and did a record before that. Price to be Illa, I think it was.
Yeah, we didn't record that at Goblin.
Yeah, I know. But
our first song together was Price to be Illa.
Right, he did a video for that.
Mm-hmm.
Yo. What up? Come in. We filming. It's all right.
How's everything?
Hey, Jake,
Brad.
I'm good.
What's up, bro? Come on in, just watch me. Let's come around that.
Oh,
Sit down, chill.
yeah, what are you saying?
Yeah, sit that water in the bag right there.
Right.
That's you. Kept the Fiji. No Poland Spring. Oh, shit. All right, let me do that segment again. So, you want to cut it?
No.
Okay. Okay. So, speaking of recording in Goblin Studios, I know you got close to Sean Price, and your first record was Price to be Illa. You guys did a project at that studio. Can you tell me about your relationship with Sean P and how that EP came to happen?
Yeah, the first relationship, I seen, we used to work out of the studio with Dan the Man on 30th Street.
Right,
a lot of Duck Down people was there. And I seen an article where they said Illa Ghee and Sean Price have similar styles. Now, I don't think so. I didn't think so, but so I was like, okay, let's,
I said his rock style is more like how you want to rap. In certain way, just
no, we don't sound nothing alike.
Just
we don't rhyme nothing alike.
internal rhymes, just very technical. That's technical and street in Brooklyn at the same time. I see that, but do I think you guys sound alike now?
So I seen him one day, and I was like, "Yo, we should do a song together." He was like, "Cool." At the same time, we had a mutual friend with Team Demo. He was like, you should do a song with Illa. Sean didn't like me at first.
As a person?
Yeah, he was just like, "Who to hold you down, nigga?"
He was
a
grumpy motherfucker.
He was like, I don't think I would like him. He's like, his face looked like it's on all the time. So I was just like, I thought it was hilarious. Then we finally did it and did the video, and it was a good response to it. So after a while, the way Sean works, Sean doesn't like to title anything. So he was just like, let's just record. And we just record. And a lot of other songs we recorded went on Words in the Key of Price.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of stuff went on that.
The songs in the Key of Price?
Yeah, songs in the Key of
Price. The PF Cutting mixtape?
Yeah.
Right. You had the joint you had the video for.
Mm-hmm.
I play that a lot actually.
Then, and after that we was working on Metal Detectors. We was actually gonna name ourselves like a rock group. Now rock group got weird names, so we was gonna actually name ourselves Dead Squirrel. And for the fuck of it. And
shut the graph in the building.
But then we just left that alone. And once he passed, I didn't want to put the project out.
Yeah.
I didn't want to be one of those like they capitalize off his death shit.
Right.
But talked to Burn. Burn was like, do it, because I know he really wanted to do project with you. So
Yeah.
I was just like, yeah, all right, so let's just let it go.
Right. And it was a dope project, hands down.
Yeah. It was basically Metal Detectors was pretty much our version of My Rhymes Is Better Than Yours. Because it sure was trying to assassinate each other on each song.
Yeah.
On the project.
Very competitive. I call it the more underground Bad Meets Evil, kind of like M and Royce going at it.
Mm-hmm.
Similar.
I can do the same shit with Prodigy, same way.
Right.
In fact, any friend I rhyme with, you don't want to have the worst verse on a song,
Right.
especially when you consider yourself an MC. So you just don't want to have the worst verse. So for all my friends, just know if we do a song together, I plan to assassinate you on a song.
And it's happened. Every feature you do, because I know I've hooked up several features where you're murdering the person that paid you. It's like, oh my Lord.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, sometimes, an artist gets paid and they just kind of like, yeah, whatever. But, I think you come from that same school of thought that Planet Asia does. I'm going to kill this. So what I do, and whoever hears it, they're going to become a fan of mine. If they're not familiar before, they're going to be familiar now. Pretty much, right?
Yeah, everybody got to die.
So, Sean saying you look like you're on all the time. That reminds me of some conversations I had when me and you first got cool. And I was trying to tell you, certain people were just scared of you at that time.
I don't even understand why. I never talk shit on nothing.
Maybe Mobb Deep, Prodigy's book.
I never said nothing. I never said nothing out the way. I never did like the whole video with the whole holding a big ass gun on screen and everybody is pussy and
But people,
you
had a little bit of a street rap. You know this.
How they know? How they know I could be lying? I'm a rapper. I could be lying.
Because there's other people in this world who've seen you do shit in real life.
I'm pretty sure they haven't.
No?
I'm pretty sure they haven't.
I know people from Bedstuy who grew up with you who told me shit. Allegedly. Not allegedly. Allegedly.
I'm pretty sure they haven't.
I'm not saying crazy, but
I'm pretty sure they haven't.
Okay. But, and I remember encouraging you, like, that there is a correlation between the streets and the industry.
Yeah, I don't think people shouldn't mix those together.
But it's not the streets, and you got to network and be friendly and make alliances with people.
Yeah.
And I feel like maybe you weren't as outgoing. I don't know what it was, but something changed at a certain point in your career, and you were just linking with more people and making moves.
No, I was learning. You got to realize when you're doing that stuff, you're supposed to stay in the dark. You're not used to the light. You don't want to be in the light. Like, I mean, yeah, there's certain, there's certain people that does it. Like, when Mafia wasn't happy when Gotti was, putting the Mafia up front. Just like a lot of street dudes wasn't happy when, when Outpo was like, some people just want to be superstars. Like, just out the front. But I'm coming from a world where you're not supposed to be like that. So it's harsh. I don't speak to everybody. The place I come from, speaking to everybody could get mixed up. That's one thing. But I had to learn. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I just remember back in the days, it was a female. This was like when MySpace was popping. Female individual. She used to have these parties on like 11th Avenue, 12th Avenue, like on the west side.
Yeah.
And these was good parties to like talk to. She used to do like these small little magazines, and she used to have parties on. I don't know if it was once a month or once a week on Wednesday. I forgot what it was, but I went there one day. I had no clue what the hell I was doing. And I'm sitting there, everybody's talking, I went up to her like, what the fuck am I supposed to do in here? She was like, yo, you're supposed to talk to people. Like, she was like, come here for a minute. And she grabbed me and took me to some people and was like, yo, this is so-and-so, Illa Ghee, this is so-and-so. And they was like, the dude was like, Illa Ghee. So that's what you look like. I ain't know, I just know by your voice. I ain't never know what the fuck you look like. Yeah. And I was just like, holy shit. And that like kind of woke me up to a little bit of, talking to people and,
you gotta warm up.
Yeah.
Your network is your net worth. I always said that, and it's funny. To this day, people will call me knowing that me and you was peoples. Like, yo, you man Illa, his dap was mad light. He didn't show me love. And I'm like, listen.
Are you kidding me? Like, what the fuck
I get calls like this.
What you want me to do?
People are obsessive. I don't know. You're not gonna hug them.
My dap is mad. My dap.
Like you wasn't giving them the energy they wanted when they met you.
But I'm supposed to kiss them?
And I was like, you don't know what people are going through day to day. Like, what do you?
I don't know. Like, for crying, look, I'm a Scorpio. I don't fucking know you.
Shout out to Scorpio.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know you. I'm not gonna totally embrace you. But when you come, handshake, peace. You can take the picture. I don't turn down people with the picture shit. I don't know what you want. We're not going to talk about your kids and your family. What do they? I don't know what they want. Like, you know what I'm saying?
When's your birthday?
18th November.
The 11th.
And his son was the 11th. Who's a junior? Isn't that
My
crazy?
wife is the second.
But how did you pull that off, having your junior on the same day?
Valentine's Day.
That's my wife.
That's nuts.
It's called Valentine's Day.
Okay.
They produce more Scorpios than
So my mother and my father did.
Yeah. There you go. So before we get going, give us your social media information and tell them again about the album you have coming out. And then, of course, New York Minute is coming back soon.
Yeah. Illa Ghee 2K on Instagram. Join my website, illaghee.net. Where all my music is, where all my music gonna be. I'm about to take all my music offline, and the only way you can get it is on my website, illaghee.net.
No Bandcamp?
No, I'm checking all that shit over everything. Illaghee.net is the website. Get the music, get the merch. That's it. The web series, it would probably be on my website also. Also, it's Illa Ghee TV on YouTube.
Yeah.
Other than that, you know what it is. Slap holes, eat bacon. Hello.
One more thing before we go. Are you one of the artists who's against, obviously, streaming and you feel like they're taking advantage of the artists?
Yeah, it's taking advantage. There's no, when you look at the legal jargon, no one really understands it. Who agreed to it? Who agreed to it? Somebody's making money. When a person like Snoop Dogg does 1 billion streams and only gets $40,000, 45,
that's crazy.
Something wrong. Something wrong. It's like they're giving you 3/4 of a penny for a stream.
I mean, they're not even giving you per stream. At a certain point, if you're very successful, the label's just giving an amount, and they just like, we'll give them this, we'll give them this, we'll give them that. They're not even giving you what you're supposed to get per stream.
Right. So
it's crazy. I will say though, I had a track go viral randomly on Facebook. I got a nice little check for it. 22 million.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how it happened. I don't know, but it happened. Then the check was like $450. It's something, but that's not a lot. That's, my light bill and my car insurance, because my car insurance is high because I got my license later on in life because I'm a Brooklyn motherfucker who took dollar vans from flappers. But, yeah, it is what it is. All right. Well, once again, I'm tapped in. DJ J Ronin.
You can't be tapped in and DJ J Ronin. You have to be DJ J Ronin on tapped in.
DJ J Ronin on. I'm tapped in. Okay. Shit.
I can see the correction.
And it's Illa Ghee with a Ghee. Spell it right.
Ghee. Spell it right.
All right. Salute, y'all. Peace.